Okay, today we're going to be modding the Xbox 360 Ring of Light on the controller. You'll be able to make it any color you would like. First things you'll need is a T8 security Torx screwdriver. You're going to want a soldering iron, preferably a 15 watt, and 0603 surface mount LEDs. Okay, first thing we're going to be opening the controller. So first take off your battery pack, and then there's going to be 7 screws on the controller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the last one is under the little sticker in the battery compartment. So just take your T8 screwdriver and unscrew those 7. Okay, to open up the controller, you're going to grab the bottom of the handle part and just slightly push up. It should easily come off. And just take off the back. And after that, we're going to be lifting up the PCB. So you grab the top and the bottom just with 2 fingers and slightly pull up on that. After that, you're going to have the 2 joysticks, so you're going to want to pull off 2 thumbsticks just so they don't get in the way when you're soldering the LEDs. But then on the back you have the 2 rumble motors. You're going to want to take those 2 off, so you just slightly pinch the end of those and jiggle them out. And then after you have those 2 out, you have the inside of your controller that you're going to be working on. Here are the 4 LEDs that you're going to be replacing. Okay, first off, you're gonna have to desolder the LEDs that are already on there. So to do this, you're gonna grab your soldering iron, get a little bit of excess solder on the tip of it, just so you can soak the LED. So to do this, you're gonna go from one side of the LED to the other, loosening up each end of solder, just so it melts the solder and loosens up the LED so you can remove it. Okay, now the LED might get stuck on the end of the soldering iron when you're moving it, so just grab a pair of tweezers and just pick it off the soldering iron so you don't burn it. And there you go, you got your first LED removed. You just repeat this step for the other 3 and get ready to put the new LED on. Okay, now for putting the new LED on, you're going to want to grab a small pair of tweezers because these LEDs are very tiny. And then make sure you're holding it tight so it won't fall out because you can lose them. And you just hold the LED in place over where the old one was so the 2 points line up with the 2 points on the LED. And after you have that holding down secure, you can grab your soldering iron, and then as you're holding it down, solder down one end of it to keep it secure, and then after you solder down that one end, you just solder the other end and you're done with the LED. Okay, now if you need a little bit extra solder while you're doing this, just dab a little tiny bit onto the tip of the soldering iron and you're good to go. Okay, now after you have that first LED in place, you can plug in the battery pack on the back of the controller, grab a little rubber pad from the guide button, start buttons, just lay that on there and push down the guide button to turn on the controller. And there you go, you got your first LED in place. All you have to do is repeat those steps for the other 3 and you're finished with your controller. Okay, now after you have your controller back together, everything's screwed on tight to our controller, and there you go. Your controller's modded with the ring of light. Okay, now for the people out there who want this done to their controller but don't have soldering skill or anything to do this, or are afraid of messing up their controller, you can send it to me and I can do it for you. I'll have a link at the right for my email. You can just message me or message me on YouTube. I also do rapid fire mods for the 360, and I do ring light mods on the Xbox console.